I'm gonna first feed these axe fighters. Turns out I didn't really have to feed them because I won the mission quick enough that I didn't really need to, but if you beat it any slower, you probably should feed them if you want to follow this approach. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to send 3 bowmen to the top. And I'm feeding these axe fighters to send them to the top. I'm not going to use them at all to fight the barbarians. These 2 towers that I'm building right now, that's going to be more than enough. And I'm not going to put a recruit in them. I'm just going to use the tower building as a barrier. But I'm going to actually build them because I have time to. By the time the barbarians get here, I'm going to go draw them from the villages as soon as I can, before even the northwestern barbarians that usually come at around 7-8 minutes come. I'm going to be killing the barbarians and militia from the 2 villages to speed things up. But I guess we'll take a look at what I'm doing with these bowmen, how I want them to position here at home base once it's all done. But I'm only going to be using 12 axe fighters here. And I could have reloaded more saves to pretty much not lose any of them. But alright, I'm going to send a bowman up to the north by the mountain there to do nothing, while I'm going to send one here. This one right now is going to the other village.
Okay, man. Fall out. Yes, sir. Group up. Ready. Yes, sir.
I'm going to send them to the other village too.
On the way.
So I'm going to split up my axe fighters to 2 different villages. Because what I want to do with the axe fighter with this village is destroy the watchtower in the top. We'll see that in a little while. You have to pull them back to explore more land, of course. As soon as you see the tower start burning, that's when you move him. Before then, it didn't register with the AI that you shot at it. I don't know why. I'm going to fire at the bottom watchtower here as soon as I can to draw out the troops from this part of this village because it's so big, to get their attention as well. I assigned a hotkey to him. I think it was 1. And I'm going to assign a hotkey to one of the bowmen over there at home base. So what I'm going to do now is all the barbarians and the bowmen are coming at me. But I'm going to separate them by letting this bowman decoy that they're currently after die. But before he dies, I'm going to link him with another bowman at home base. And that's going to continue to draw the barbarians and militia, basically any troop except for bowmen or crossbowmen if you have crossbowmen in a mission. It's going to separate them. So I'm about to link. Yeah, I assigned it to him, a hotkey to this group right here. So now all the barbarians from both villages are going to be coming, well, not all of them, but because there's additional barbarians for the northern one, northern village. But they're all going to be coming, see? They're coming after that group of 5 that are in a straight line. You can see the bowman formation now. This is what I wanted to settle with. So you can go back and pause it, take a screenshot of it, and try to do it yourself. It's very reliable. I just reloaded a save here because obviously things can go wrong.
Yes, okay, man. Fall out at your service. Fall in. Group up at your service.
I'm going to assign a hotkey to the one in the back for the second link.
Follow me.
Because there's going to be additional barbarians and yeah, it's just 2 groups of barbarians and 1 group of militia in the top village, the northern village. So I'm doing this to draw them out, and this will do it. This is when I attack the tower. I need to destroy this tower for later. Don't do anything with this village right now except this. You kind of have to be careful because sometimes the bowman is going to come after the axe fighters, even though you attack the tower immediately while they're preoccupied with this decoy. but I'd say at least 50% of the time they don't come after you, so you might have to reload saves or try again if you're going to try to do this without any saves.
At your service. Naturally. Forward. Ready.
I'm going to wait now because there's one group of militia in the eastern village left, so I'm going to use the second decoy bowman that's going there right now to draw him out and draw him this way as well by linking him, as well as those two groups of barbarians and group of militia from the northern village. When I say northern, I mean eastern village. And if I said eastern, I meant western for this one earlier. I'm sorry. So now I'm about to link them together. They just have the... I'm going to make sure that that militia group is coming. And now it is, yeah, because it was over there. Be careful not to link them too early here to lose formation while they're firing. That's why I did that. That's why I was going to link, but I waited until he was behind them. But I'm just going to move those axe fires from the eastern village away for right now, and I'm just going to take care of this western village.
Yes, on the way.
This is very reliable. Like, sometimes I don't pay attention to it at all, and I fast forwarded times 10 all the way to the end. I don't lose any. So, but it just kept happening that I would lose some when I was doing things on other parts of the map. It's like as soon as you look away, then stuff starts happening. So there's 3 bowman groups in this western village here. So I know that I'm going to pull them away so they don't get killed by the arrows. And I pause and I halt that group at the top there every once in a while. Don't do it too often, but it might help with the turnout, especially if you're reloading saves and you're not afraid to lose anything, but you don't want to reload as many saves as you would, just to save you time. It might work. I got lucky there. I mean, I did lose one earlier prematurely, so I got unlucky there, but then I got lucky here, so the randomness averaged out. But then there's just going to be one bowman group left after this one. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be too deep in the village. That I'm going to have to just like manually go in there. We'll see that in a little bit. And my second save restore point is coming soon.
I'm listening. On the way.
Yeah, I found that the bowmen actually were a bigger pain than the barbarians in this mission, especially with this setup here. These towers, it's incredible. I've never seen it before, but yeah, like who would want to build towers before they build a schoolhouse? It's illogical, but it works out. I built the schoolhouse to have some, be able to train some serfs for later to feed troops. That's why I went ahead and built the schoolhouse, plus to get them out of the way when the barbarians were coming.
Yeah, let's go.
What I'm going to do is separate a single axe fighter right here, because I can't see the third group of bowmen. So I'm going to have him do something to trigger their attention, him go up, and then they will sneak up on them and flank them. That's the idea. See, I lost 2 here. It's kind of rare with this setup, and if you're not paying attention, maybe so, but if you're paying attention, like this, you pull them away, that the soldier that was being hit by the enemy AI, and you pull them back as soon as you can. Don't let it lag for too long. And if you just focus on that, then you can kill all the barbarians and all the militia on the map and not lose any axe fighters at all, in theory. It takes roughly 15 minutes to kill all of them, so that's why I was going ahead and multitasking here. And when you want to multitask, that's when the saves are more needed. I don't need him anymore. I'm going to send him to the northwestern village. And that's the second save restore point, and it's my final one that I reloaded here. some of you might have already seen this, that I had it won in 25 minutes and 38 seconds, but I went back, I said, why didn't I put recruits in these towers so they can throw stones on the troops to speed it up? So I did. And I avoided the third save restore point because I knew that one was avoidable. I'm just gonna reload the bottom one primarily so that my serfs don't die too much from the barbarians that decide to come through by the front of the storehouse. I know the recruit in the bottom tower is going to eat soon, and so I'm going to just focus on waiting for him to get out of the tower before I send these axe fires of mine out of this village. But of course, in the meantime, I'm going to be destroying these buildings.
At your command! Forward! Burn it! At your bows! At yes, launch! At your service! At your service! At your service! Yes, sir! Fire! At your command!
I decided to go with the barracks because it has more hit points. So that's why I had him go there instead. I changed my mind. Just checking the time. Yeah, I think just with this last minor change with the recruits in the towers, it took off a minute. But that's about it, maybe a minute and a half if you do it from the very beginning. But it's good because it saved me some soldiers, and it also took off a minute, so I decided to go back and reload the second save restore point here to take care of that. I move him away because he got hit by the enemy AI, so that he doesn't get hit on the next troop coming. So here we go again, he gets hit again, so I'm going to actually swap this time to guarantee the fresh unit. I have to be careful to put another one in the other slot, the bottom slot. The towers are useful, but not really good compared to just using them or any other building for that matter as a wall barrier. To make the gap in between each of them, which should be a single gap, like a murder hole. I lost some more here, but I didn't think it was worth reloading saves for it. I saved this, but I didn't reload it, so I only have 2 save reloads.
Okay, man. Let's go.
At your service. Fall okay,
in.
man. Fall
Ready.
in. Ready. Move. Let's go. Follow me.
So now I'm gonna obviously go for the bowmen
Yes, sir. Yes,
of the
yes, sir.
northeastern village. There's 7 groups of them.
Ready.
There's gonna be one group that's gonna be left that I can't lure that easily, and it's because it's in the center of the village, pretty much by the schoolhouse, I believe. So I'm gonna have to just manually go inside the village and take care of that group at the end. But I'll take care of the first 6. I lost more troops than what I planned to, but it was quick, so I was kind of happy with the pace that I killed them. Can be done better. This mission can be won faster, but to my knowledge, this mission hasn't been won faster than this in any version of this game since 1998.
Ready. Let's go.
So I'm going to use this one bowman as a decoy.
Follow me.
I'm going to have 2 lines of axe fighters surrounding him, so that when I draw the bowmen, they go between the axe fighters and I can flank them.
Let's go.
Right now it looks like they're all done. He's almost done. I'm going to assign him a hotkey to come to him later.
At your
I'm going to move
service.
those axe fighters south of that watchtower that is going to,
Follow me.
the recruit is going to go eat,
Ready. March.
so I can get them out of that village without losing them. But anyway, the key part here is to keep the bowmen out of range. And as long as you do that, the bowmen that are coming will not fire at the axe fighters. They'll just go right between them, and it'll be easy to flank them without losing any men from preemptive arrows anyway.
Let's go. I'm listening.
I have my bowmen here to assist and distract them. Assist my axe fighters, but distract the bowmen. So I killed them very quickly. That's good. I want the second 2 sets of bowman groups to come, but they don't come.
Follow me.
I have to go draw them out. But then when I draw them out, then the 4 of them come out.
Move,
4 groups of bowmen.
Yes, march. Ready. Let's go. Let's go. Ready. Let's go. Naturally. At your service. Let's go.
At your service. March. At your service. On the way. At your service. Let's go.
At your service. Let's
Here
go.
I didn't think they were coming, so I actually go back with the bowmen
Follow me. Attack.
and fire again, but they're coming, so then I said, oh no.
Let's go.
That was a mistake.
Forward. Forward.
At your service.
But it didn't cost me time, so I didn't
On the
redo it.
way.
At your
I didn't think it was
service.
worth the save reload.
At your service. Move.
At your service. Yes, sir. Yes. On the way.
Yes. Follow me.
Yes. Let's go. Yes. Yes, sir.
Your command. Follow me.
At
I
your
lost the axe
service.
fighter
Go.
to it, but
On the way. On the way.
and
On the way.
like
Yes,
probably
sir.
15
On the
seconds
way.
or so,
Yes, sir.
but
On the way. At your on the way. Charge. Yes. Let's go. Yes, on the way.
Your command.
yeah, not ideal. But now it's pretty ideal once things start to get into motion.
I'm
So
listening.
now
Go.
that watchtower's empty,
Yes,
so here
sir.
they go.
At your service.
He's done, so I'm gonna make him
Let's go. Yes, sir. At your
over
service.
there,
Let's
because
go.
I'm gonna use them obviously.
Ready. Move. I'm listening. Move. Move.
At your service. At your service. At will.
At your
I'm
command.
So here they split up. The bowmen, they don't come from the same side, they came from bottom and top. So it was kind of difficult to
At your service.
not lose men.
At your service. Move. At your bow.
But I lost men anyway.
I'm listening. Yes, sir.
Your
Can't forget about them. They're gonna be important.
Yes. Move. Follow me. Group up. Group up. Move. Move.
Okay, so there's one bowman group left in the village. I'm gonna make my way in and take care of them in there and go after the buildings.
On the way. I'm listening.
I mean, that's pretty much the end of the mission.
You command. Forward.
I'm listening.
Just don't want him to get hit by that stone in that tower there.
Storm them. I'm listening. Storm attack. Yes, sir. At your service. Yes, sir. Attack. Here we go. Yes, sir. Move. Follow me. Ready. Charge. Let's go. At your command. On the way. On the way. Here we go. On the way. On the way. Let's go. Let's go. On the
I thought
way.
perhaps that the last group of
Yes, sir.
bowmen
On the way.
already came, that I killed all 7.
With pleasure.
Kind of disoriented me a little bit when they came from 2 sides at me. The top and the bottom.
Ready. Storm attack.
So that's why I wasn't as careful as I would have been.
Follow me.
So here they come.
Forward. Me. Follow me.
Obviously a mistake.
Forward.
At your command.
So I'm going to try to get them to go
At your
east
service.
as much as I can and get the second group to come after them, but I have to first get everybody out of range so that these bowmen go after my axe fighters to the east and I can make them come down.
At your service. Yes, sir.
And I guess it's kind of best to have your axe fighters over here where there's less traffic to make their way down to the buildings in the south without being slowed down by the villagers so much.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Ready. Storm attack. At your command. With pleasure. I'm listening.
But now it's all about
I'm listening.
balancing the building
Ready. Move.
destruction,
At your
evenly distribute your units.
Let's go.
Yeah, I changed my mind there. I was like, that's stupid. I shouldn't do that. I'll lose more to these bowmen.
On the way.
So the bowmen are actually a bigger pain in this mission than the barbarians and the militia are
At your
with this
service.
approach.
Yes, sir. Follow me.
If you play this in R5503, where the bowmen aren't as big of a pain, then maybe it's better, but at the same time they're not as potent, so the little setup we have at home base may not work out. I'm not sure. I didn't try it in that version.
Let's go. Yes, sir. On the way. On the way. Let's go. On the way. With pleasure. Charge. Gladly. Charge. With pleasure.
But I beat that in 30 minutes and 54 seconds in that version.
At your service. Here we go.
But I used the starvation approach. I didn't engage with all the barbarians like I did here. I literally killed them all so that I can win it faster than 30 minutes and 54 seconds, because that's how long it takes for the last group of barbarians to starve.
On the way. Let's go. Attack. At your command. Here we go.
Might be kind of strange not to leave a axe fighter on a building the entire time that you set him there, but whatever you do, it's not set in stone. You can
Let's go.
just have him there part of the time and then move on to try to weaken the next building
On the way.
so that they all fall relatively at the same time. That's kind of what you want, ideally.
March. On the way. Let's go. March. March. Let's go. March. Yes, sir. Into the battle. March. Storm them. Let's go. Let's go. Forward. Here we go. Here we go. On the way. Let's go. At your command.
You command.
My troops are hungry. If you went in any slower, it's probably good to feed them, like right when the battle is done, before you send them up here. But I knew from my previous 25-minute run, which you may not even see if you didn't see it already before this upload, I fed them then, but not this time, because I know that I didn't even need it then.
Follow me. Leisure.
So why do it now? when I finished the battle at home base a minute earlier because I decided to actually put recruits in the towers that I built. Yeah, that was unexpected in a way for that building to go first. But better be safe than sorry in that respect because it's way down there, separate from where the majority of the other buildings are. And the other three fell relatively at the same time, so it can be balanced better. And we can have a better battle turnout from killing the bowmen. And maybe even a little bit less time at home base if we put in recruits in the towers a little earlier. So combined together, that might be another 2 minutes off of this time. But I was surprised to get under 24 minutes, but I did. But anyway, thank you for watching.